It was a relative who told him, not a call, a message, 3 lines that changed everything. Sick for months, she didn't want to worry him. Of course she didn't. She never wanted to worry him, not once in his entire life. He sat very still for a long time, and in that stillness, everything came back, everything. The goat she sold, the corridor she sat in, the gate she stood at, the food she drove home with, all of it. He saw all of it too clearly, too late. He didn't call Nneka, he just left. He drove to the hospital like a man running from something he couldn't outrun himself. She saw him and
Chidi,
smiled. The
you
same
came.
smile after
Mama,
everything.
why didn't you tell
the
me?
Same smile.
Why didn't you tell me you were sick?
You were busy. You are always busy. I didn't want to be a burden.
A burden. She called herself a burden. The woman who sold her gold for him. He held her hand, and for the first time in 2 years, he was her son again, completely her son. Nneka came to the hospital. Of course she came. She was always there when it mattered to be seen. But Chidi looked at her differently now. For the first time, he looked at her and wondered. How long had his mother been sick? How many Sundays had she sat alone? How many times had she driven home with food nobody ate? And why? Why had he let it happen? He stayed the night in the chair beside her bed. He didn't call to say he wasn't coming home. For the first time, he just stayed where he should have been all along. She slept and he watched over her, the way she had watched over him his entire life, in dark corridors, without being asked, without being seen. Morning came and they were still there together, the way they should have been all along. Some things cannot be undone, but some things, if you wake up in time, can still be repaired. He woke up just in time, just barely in time.